Hey, it's good to see you. You ever wanted to rank something? Maybe Disney resorts? Well, you've come to the right place.
I'm uncomfortable.
It's me, Casual Sage. Okay, here's how this works. We've got a bunch of different tiers, and we're ranking Disney World resorts. We all have different opinions, and so last time it got way more heated than we ever intended it to be. And so we said, let's make it worse. And now we're going to do Disney World resorts. Initial thoughts.
I'm scared. You're reading what, that intro? Yeah. Well,
no, I was rating the thought of all of us fought like, oh, S for Sage.
Thank you, Fry. Thank you, Fry.
I got you.
I will say we were happy with how angry we got because we all disagree. It means helpful information from a bunch of different angles, because odds are you in the comments all disagree as well. So hopefully that happens again, but hopefully with a little less. We filmed for about 7 hours last time. And
it felt like it.
It was exhausting. Yeah. So hopefully
I left the bedroom and my daughter was like, "Who are you?" It was crazy.
All right, well, let's just get started. We're doing these in no particular order. We're doing all the hotels, and we're not necessarily ranking them against each other. We're ranking them as they stand on their own. And we're going to start with the first one I have here, which is Caribbean Beach.
Caribbean Beach is one of Disney's Hollywood Studios resort hotels, and it does have a Skyliner. It has some famous eats like Sebastian's Bistro. It's very vibey, very large, and I'm trying to think, like the one thing I keep thinking is no elevators.
What's the theme? What's the theme, Emma?
The Caribbean.
The theme is no vertical movement.
All right, everybody ready? 3, 2, 1.
C for Caribbean.
Oh, that was
Am I
really
holding it backwards?
No, it looks right to
okay,
me.
now
Am
you
I
are.
holding
You're
about
good.
me?
Okay. C.
I went B because I'm putting it in the middle. Very average.
I was going to say, I think this is ultimately going to land C, but I think we should discuss why. Fry, I think you should start because you went different and talk about why you landed it at B.
I mean, again, no elevators, so if someone in your party needs a wheelchair, that's not going to be obviously the hotel for you, but I do feel like recently, I mean, we love Sebastian's Bistro. It has great Skyliner transportation access. It's right next door to the Riviera, so if you want those dining options, you can just walk over. It's got a very fun pool for the kids. It is very large, and that can be not as fun when you are coming back from the park at midnight and have to walk back to your hotel room. But again, I'm not really fighting for it as B. I just went with B as average in the middle. So I could be swayed.
I'm kind of waffling up to B just because of the renovated rooms. Because I haven't stayed in them and Emma has, and I'm immediately taking it back. Tell me your feelings about the renovated rooms.
I think the way that, so in case you guys don't know, like a year or two ago, they redid the rooms to be more of a Little Mermaid theme. I was one of the reporters that got to go stay and check out the new room for that period, and I think Disney hyped it up so much. And then when I walked into this sterile white room that had some blue in it, I was really disappointed. Yes, you see Sebastian. Yes, there are a few fish. Honestly, I think if you put someone in the room who's not like a massive Little Mermaid fan, they're not really going to know the theming at all. I also was such a big fan of the resort's original Pirates of the Caribbean theme. My vote would have been to update that, let the kids continue to sleep in the ship beds, and instead we gave them like a hospital room.
There are already bad Little Mermaid rooms at Art of Animation. Did we really need bad Little Mermaid rooms here?
And I'm actually going to say Little Mermaids at Art of Animation are better because at least it's like over-the-top theming. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't even say they're bad. I would just say they're value. Whereas here, I'd be like, what is this? I just was not. Oh, it's fine. It's not terrible. But I'm not going to give it a B.
I think with this land C, I think that we should call out the dining here is good. Dining here is good. We like a Skyliner.
I love a Skyliner. I also only think Sebastian's is worthy of note. The pool
and
bar
Banana
is fun.
Cabana.
I think fun, but I would not be like,
I love Banana Cabana. That's the pool bar.
If you're there, do you travel out of your way just to go to Banana Cabana?
I guess I do it. I guess I do it on Skyliner crawls, but it's one of the reason I'm willing to do a Skyliner crawl. I'm obviously not doing it for the for the pop century bar.
Yeah, but it's all just
I
so
love
it's such a
Petals?
It's-
Are what?
I love petals.
Okay, we'll get there. Apparently petals is big. Okay, C. I put it in C. It's there. Next up, a big one here. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort.
Polynesian Village Resort is on the monorail loop right next to Magic Kingdom. It is themed to the Polynesian, so think tropical, think island vibes. It's got newly renovated Moana themed rooms in them. It's a very, very popular deluxe level resort, so very expensive. It's got lots of great dining options. They also recently opened up the Polynesian Village Island Tower. That is the DVC section of the resort with more rooms, more food and beverage. So you could spend an entire day here. You can get Dole Whip at this resort. So all around tropical vibes.
All right, everyone ready?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
I'm nervous.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
I think fair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I have both held up is because it is prohibitively expensive. That's literally the only reason that I was like,
That's why I
maybe A.
grimaced holding my S. Because
Yeah.
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 I
It's
thought
like
about it
touch and
too,
go.
but really, if you think about it, the Polynesian, like the reason I put S is because the Polynesian has everything that you could want in a vacation destination, not just like a Disney parks destination. It has that tropical, like if you're looking to just like relax vibes that to get you into that vacation mode. But it's got the inclusive bars and just like kind of the walk-up bars. It's got a really fun play area, splash pad for the kids. I mean, like it's, which is also important to me. There's only going to be 2 things that I hold S up for, and this is one of the resorts.
oh, I like that you're already locked in.
I
Wow.
was
I'm
about to say the
locked in.
pre-planning is real. When I said I forgot
Yeah.
what we were doing, I meant it like I'm vibing. I'm going purely based on heart and whimsy.
Fireworks views too. I mean, it's just, did you say that? I was thinking that's all I could think about. Yeah, I think it's a solid S. I just wish it was not as expensive as it is, but I understand that the demand is there and that because it's such a good hotel. Okay, next one. I'm excited about this one. Fort Wilderness cabins and campground are one. We're rating on one altogether, the whole resort. Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground is a very unique hotel because it is Disney's campground. You can tent camp, you can car camp, you can park your RV. You can also rent cabins here, which are their Disney Vacation Club option, but they are full like standalone cabins. They're like really, really nice trailer vibes, and they're pretty new and they rock. Sorry, spoilers. But this resort is sort of a very outdoorsy vibe. It's got the downside of being difficult transportation wise because it is huge. There's internal buses, and then getting to the parks can be tricky. But it's also got a lot of fun stuff like Hoop-Dee-Doo Review dinner show, where you can go to the only remaining dinner show in Disney World, and a lot of wild recreation, archery, horseback riding, fishing, tons of cool stuff that we have all done because of how outdoorsy we are. And you can see that on the channel as evidenced by our outdoorsiness. Everybody ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait, I was going A-B. And I
Oh, wow.
I asked if this was personal preference.
Wow,
and-
Sage hates the outdoors.
and-
Is it? 'cause
Yeah, he does.
Well, I do.
kind of,
I
that's-
really do. I think, well, first off, as you mentioned, it's so huge. I cannot tell you the amount of AllEars videos we have gone into Fort Wilderness campgrounds, and we're only it'll be a 2-hour shoot, not a big deal. We're there for 4 to 6 hours because we are so lost.
We're always lost.
Yeah.
We are always lost. We do not know, and we're there kind of a lot.
Even
We're
when you have
always
the golf
lost.
cart, we get lost.
And this,
Right,
I
yeah.
will say, my S does come with the caveat of you need wheels. Like you need a golf
Yeah.
cart or a bike to
Yes.
enjoy.
On top of all of that, I'm going to a luxury theme park. I'm going to on my vacation, and you want me to sleep in a tent?
You don't
Are
have
you
to.
Are you out of your? Okay. Oh wait. All right. Fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to a campground, and then you want me to buy my own mobile home in order for me to go to the campground? How does that even? I haven't stayed in the lodge or like I haven't.
You would. He'd love the cabins too. I just know
the
it.
cabins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, and then oh, there are fun things to do. Yeah, really physical things. I did archery for so long. I was sore for 3 days. You're like, hey, let's horseback ride. I said, no, sir, it's 2026. Like, I'm not here for the outdoors. I'm here for luxury. That is why it's a C for me.
I think I'm torn because statistically, the cast members of the AllEars team have been the most injured here.
Yes!
And I'm not joking. Like, Sage has, like, scraped himself. At one point, I had bruises because of archery, like, all up and down my arms. Quincy,
There was
I know
my
you
golf
hurt
cart
yourself
accident
fishing.
with
You
Cassie
had-
in the storm.
Yeah, I just think there's been, like, some negative experiences here because we are so indoorsy people. The most outdoor we'll do is a theme park. So it's just not going to get my vote overall. I think the food is a lot of fun. I love that you kind of feel separated from Disney World, but it's just too big and too separate.
I do love Hoop-de-Doo Review. Shout out to them.
Hoop-de-Doo.
They're pretty great.
Fry, I want to hear your takes.
Yes. So I can't bump it up to S. Like, A is my limit, but I really do love this resort. I've loved it even before I was a cast member. My family has an RV, and we have gone and stayed at Fort Wilderness.
Do they really?
Driven our trailer.
That's
how,
lore I did not know.
that is how they came to visit me on the DCP. They bought a trailer for many other things. That was not the only
I was
reason.
going to say that's why they bought the trailer.
Wow,
No.
wow, Fry, that's
No.
really nice. How the other half must live, Fry. Wow.
No, so they would come visit me and stay in the trailer instead of staying in a hotel. Anyways, so we have stayed at Fort Wilderness. We've stayed in the cabins as a family. We've stayed with our own trailer that we brought. So I've stayed there multiple times. I think it's so much fun. I can't give it an S because I don't like that the new cabins are DVC. You know, like I think in order to get S, they would need more options that are
Exclusionary.
I mean, yes, it is budget friendly because there are different levels, but the budget friendly is bringing your own thing or
Yeah.
doing a tent.
There are
having a tent.
rentals available, but I do not recommend them.
Yeah.
It's tricky, and the other thing about DVC, just to explain, Disney Vacation Club is Disney's timeshare program, and you can book these rooms if you are not DVC, but they are way more expensive to book with cash than they are for DVC members to book with their points. So there are options where you can rent points and book with DVC points to get in, but there's also, that's kind of obviously also tricky. So it's definitely an exclusionary category.
I
agree
do
with
love all of the activities. I think they're also fun. It's a different vacation. Like, you're not gonna feel like you're necessarily in a big, huge character-themed Disney resort. It's gonna be a different kind of vacation, and it's not for people like Sage and Emma. But there are people who want that kind of vacation, and I think it's great that Disney has it.
I didn't ask for a huge character-themed room. I asked to go
You
to
want the
sleep.
bougie, I know.
No, I don't even need bougie. I just need to go to sleep in 70-degree weather. That's
You
like
would
the
again
AC.
love the cabins deeply. Yeah, this is an S for me. This is truly right now. If I were to pick a staycation, I would pick Fort Wilderness, and I would be happy camping. I would be happy in a cabin. I love this resort. I think it is so much fun. I totally agree that it's not really a classic Disney vacation, but I really want my whole family to come and stay at Fort Wilderness with me. Like I've never done that the way you have with Fry, and I've only stayed here and done stuff here for work, and every time I'm like, this is so much fun to me, and I love the vibe so much. It feels very nostalgic, classic family fun to me. But I also feel like if I were to do a trip to Disney, it would involve fewer park days if I was going to Fort Wilderness, because it would be like a weird hybrid vacation. Anyway, we have an S, a C, an A, B, and an A. Does that scotch it into A, or does that land it at a B?
B.
I was
We
going to
can
say
put it at-
A.
Because I'm two below.
I actually, yes, you're two below A, but I'm two above B. So you and I cancel each other out. It actually is Emma's decision.
Oh,
She said
Emma,
A.
what is it?
Actually,
I said A.
yeah, actually it would pull up, because if you and I
Because I
cancel each
voted
other
it
out, then it
too.
would be Fry and Emma being A and AB, which would pull it to A. Nice.
All right.
Big win here.
Math.
I just don't know why you would go to a resort and then like be forced to like hunt for your own food at night. Like, why is that a thing?
Some people like that. Some people do
Honestly,
that on a regular
no,
basis.
Sage and I are Meredith Blake.
It is very funny because
We cannot be out there.
Every time I've ever been in a canoe with part of the AllEars stuff, I don't think I've ever done it with Fry, but every time I'm in a canoe in the lake and the other members of AllEars or the DFB staff are in the lake with me, I always am sitting in the canoe thinking, wow, they're really not outdoorsy people. There's always
And neither is she.
I will say I am more outdoorsy than a lot of the people I get in a canoe with.
I'm like racking my brain. I'm like, have I been in a canoe with her? I guess so.
Emma, archery, shockingly good. That's like Emma's sport.
It
very good
actually,
archery.
unfortunately, is.
All right, Grand Floridian is next. Sage, if you can spiel.
The Grand Floridian is another resort, the Deluxe resort on the monorail, Magic Kingdom monorail loop. The Grand Floridian, I would call like a high-end Victorian resort in a way. They recently just premiered their new lobby bar. The Grand Floridian has been construction for kind of a long time for the rooms as well as the main lobby, and they have the Perch now, which is like a fun lobby bar. There's a lot of history behind the Grand Floridian, like that's where a lot of the celebrities stay as well. A lot of great offerings as well, like Victoria and Albert's. The place that we love to go is the Grand Floridian Cafe because they got that good mac and cheese and that good grilled cheese sandwich. But a great...
And the arcade has Guitar Hero.
And the arcade has a Guitar Hero. But a very high-end and classic Disney resort. So with that, shall we vote? All right, in 3, 2, 1...
Very nice. I feel like we probably all have a similar opinion here.
Yeah, you say it, Emma, because I bet we all agree.
My opinion is that even though they have incredible dining and an incredible location, the resort, even though they're working on it, is just too dated. It's way too dated for the price. The rooms in particular need a new update overall. They did do a section where they did update them to the Mary Poppins rooms that we now see. However, that is a DVC room, so that kind of goes back into our DVC caveat that we had earlier. So the rooms that everyone can enjoy are still pretty dated, and it's so expensive. So that's going to be the reason I just cannot give it an S, even though it is, I would say, arguably the most iconic Disney resort, or one of the top three.
They call it their flagship. So yeah, totally agree. All right, cool. That one was easy. Next up, probably All-Star Music.
Are we doing those separately?
We are doing them separately.
Okay.
Because obviously there's the difference in the themes, but I mean, All-Star Music has the very big difference of having the family suites.
All-Star Music is one of the 3 All-Star resorts that you can find. These are the epitome of what it means to be a value resort at Disney. You're going to find a quick service, a pool, and some very bare bones rooms. Now, All-Star Music, as Quincy did mention, does have the family suites, which might put it over for some people. And oftentimes these are considered some of the most affordable places to stay in Disney World. So, music, the theme for this one, I bet you guessed it, music.
Okay.
Are we ready to vote?
Oh
Yes.
God, this is hard.
Yeah.
I know, I'm actually really torn.
It's hard because you have to think about money. Like,
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
All of these have been hard because I'm like, and then you have to pay. Well, then, like, it's like,
Oh, we gotta pay for this.
you gotta pay. We have to pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Gosh.
1,
Yeah, fine.
2, 3. Okay.
Okay.
I was literally
I was
about to
also
hold up
torn.
both, and I didn't because
I
was
started to
weird
hold up
about it.
both. I think we can all
Wow.
agree that the price here is the reason it's getting into B, even
Exactly
a
that.
little bit.
I also personally, this is my favorite of the All-Stars for 2 reasons. One, those family suites are very affordable. They are smaller, but have basically the same amenities as the Art of Animation family suites that everybody loves. And they are much, much cheaper. It is hands down the best way for a family of more than 4 or even a family of 4 that wants a little more space. If your kids don't want to stay in the same bed, it is hands down the best way for this to happen in Disney World. And then also, I love the music theme. They play the music in the area. You can go in the Broadway area and just listen to Broadway tunes. It's great. But that's why I personally like them better. And I love those family suites than the other All-Stars. But yeah, it's the price that really drags it up.
The only reason I chose to go C over than BC the way you guys did it, I was like, what's the one thing that like this value, like other what's the one thing other value resorts have over this? And for me, it was literally, I thought of transportation. I'm not anti-bus, but I don't enjoy a Disney bus. It's not my favorite way to travel. And
he hates any vehicle that has more than 2 axles. So RVs and buses start to get into a gray area.
Art of Animation or something like that, like at least has a Skyliner attached to it. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason I went down from C to B, but, from BC to C. So that's sticking to it.
Can I ask a question that will help decide that's a little spoilery, and maybe we can just do all 3 of them right now? I rate this one a full category higher than the other All-Stars, which is why I didn't know where to put this, because I don't know if I want to put the other All-Stars at D or C. And that was kind of where that's why I landed with B and C held up. So do you guys think the only reason I wouldn't put, obviously the All-Stars, if you take price out of the equation, are some of the least exciting, worst hotels in Disney World, they would be Ds. But when you consider price, do we think that pulls them up to a C?
I do, because of the retheme over the last few years, like the refurbished rooms. I said retheme.
Oh yeah, the refurbished rooms, yeah,
are actually so nice, especially compared to a lot of the other nicer hotels that haven't been refurbished. So it's definitely they're gonna stay in C for me, because they're not the worst rooms, and oftentimes they're the most affordable as far as like quality.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and tell you guys about All-Star Movies and All-Star Sports, since I do think we're going to rank all 3 right now. They are pretty much the same as All-Star Music, but they don't have the family suites. One is themed to sports and one is themed to movies. It's very, they all have very larger than life theming. So they're actually great hotels for kids who really want a lot of Disney, particularly All-Star Movies that has like big Toy Story characters and stuff like that. One big con we've yet to mention is that these hotels are often used for school trips and sports groups, which means they're often filled with tweens, and tweens are loud. I've been a tween. I was a tween on a school trip at All-Star, and I was loud.
I was not to be trusted as a tween, so
no,
I think it's probably just for the best.
I hardly trust you as an adult, so I can't
think
imagine
that's also
you as
for
a
the
tween.
best.
There are, like, you can kind of get around this by requesting rooms that face away from pool, that are far from the pool in the far areas that face the woods, but then it's a longer walk to the lobby and transportation. So that's a big downside to these, and it's pretty notorious that the walls are pretty thin and you can hear those things. You can hear the activities. But I agree because of the price. These are like the only hotels that I'm like, that's a reasonable thing to pay for a hotel. So I think C for the other 2. And are you guys okay with bumping music to B because of the family suites?
I'm good with that.
I was gonna go D for All-Star Sports, just because sports. Am I right? But other than that, I'm good.
I for some reason have like a very fond feeling about going up the stairs inside of football. I'm passionate about that.
All right.
For some reason. I wonder if we're gonna have any D's.
We might not.
I was just thinking that.
Maybe you guys have some in mind.
I am throwing out D's left and right. Get off my level.
I actually know some that I think might for me.
I have one that I might vote a D, but then people would kill me.
Okay, Fry, your turn to spiel for Saratoga Springs.
Saratoga Springs is one of the Disney Springs Resort area hotels. It's on the other side of Disney Springs. It's also a pretty big resort, themed to kind of New York horses. That's really all you need to know. And it's not a very popular resort for theming. Breedlove knows all the lore. It used to be the home of the Disney Institute, and they turned it into a hotel.
He's very passionate about the lore.
Yes, so if you want to know more, you ask him. That is about all I can give you. But it's a great resort if you are a foodie, because you can just walk or take a boat to Disney Springs. So it's right there.
A lot of DVC rooms at this one too.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay.
We're all on the same
Okay.
wave.
Okay.
Yeah. The only reason I gave it a C is literally because of its proximity to Disney Springs, because I think that's like a huge, anybody who wants to do something fun after a park day or even want to do like a relaxing day. Like, it's also close to, is that Blizzard? No, Typhoon Lagoon, if you're wanting to do that as well. So mine was strictly based on proximity, why it got a C over a D.
I agree with that. This resort has the challenge of having a lot of DVC rooms that have the same issue where they're expensive in cash. But when my family reached the point where we had adult kids going on trips with adult parents, Saratoga Springs, through renting DVC points, has been a godsend, because you can get these rooms with 2 full bedrooms for cheap if you use DVC points, because it's not a super popular hotel. I stayed in a more recently updated suite, I think, or maybe it was a studio for DVC, which was beautifully done. It felt very nice in there, but it is a boring theme.
My first and only thought was also boring.
I did get super lost here. There's no maps if you're walking around, which you shouldn't, because there's nothing to see. There are no maps. I found myself wandering around the golf course like after dark. I didn't know I was in the golf course. It was horrible. You can see in the video.
What we're learning from this is that we get lost a lot.
We're like rating all the big resorts lower, not because they're inconvenient because of the internal bus stops, because we can't find our ways around.
We're bad at directions.
But you know what? If we're there all the time and we're getting lost,
it's true.
Gonna be tough for new people, so it's worthy of note.
Even if you're good at directions, we go all the time, so it's about equal.
Yeah, we gotta land in the middle.
Okay, next up we have... we have Beach Club next up. Beach Club is an Epcot area resort. It is actually the closest resort to Epcot. Literally, I counted, and some of the rooms are they're under 200 steps from the park gates of Epcot. They are so close. It is also a deluxe resort. It has DVC and non-DVC options. A lot of dining that maybe isn't as like super famous outside of Beaches and Cream, which is the sort of ice cream shop, but a lot of the dining is well loved and people like it a lot. It is themed to be like a beachside resort, kind of fancy. I'm thinking of the word Nantucket. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay.
Look at us.
Wow.
Sage is our Simon Cowell, but we knew that. Yeah. Sage, why don't you speak? You were the odd one out.
I love Beaches and Cream. I love the proximity. I'm a huge fan of convenience. I love convenience, and the proximity of Beach Club to Epcot is huge. The one thing I don't love about it really is just the aesthetic. To me, as you were talking about earlier about the Grand Floridian, it's just a little dated. Personally, I don't know why I would never choose to stay there. I would rather stay at the Boardwalk because I think it has better theming than
even
the
since they got rid of the clown slide.
Especially
since they got rid of the clown slide. And it just comes down to theming for me. It just feels a high-end ship life, which isn't like my favorite.
So he doesn't like camping. He doesn't like ships. What does he like?
I think, though, the dining options here and the proximity kind of do save it from some of the more dated aspects. Plus, it is not going to have the same price tag as like Grand Floridian, which was the dated aspect really got us at Grand Flo. But I think even though this one is not, I would say, affordable, I would say it is one of the still pricier options. It's not as apparent, if that makes sense, at least in my mind.
I find it easier, and maybe this is a hot take, I find it easier to stomach the high prices for Boardwalk, Yacht, and Beach because they are walking distance so close to 2 parks than the monorail loop, because they are, and walking distance isn't even true necessarily for Polynesian. It is kind of, it's possible, but that's another thing for me at least.
Also, the one thing that we have not mentioned at all that we need to talk about here and also Yacht Club is Stormalong Bay, the best pool at any Disney hotel.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. I forgot about that.
That's
can I
a
change
lot
my
of
answer?
parents choose it.
Yeah. Because your kids, you'll want them to like Magic Kingdom. You'll want them to be begging to meet the princesses, but in fact, they'll just want to go get in the pool. And they will really want to go get in this pool because it has a lazy river and a sand bottom at places and awesome slides.
Man, I love a lazy river.
So much fun.
Ugh.
Yeah,
and then
you could spend a whole day at this pool.
that pulls Sage to an A, which puts us all in A for Beach Club.
There you go.
Next up's a really interesting one. Contemporary.
The Contemporary is yet again another Magic Kingdom monorail resort. It is definitely, I think, probably when you think of old school Disney, this is like, old school Disney resort, this is what you would think of. It is, in fact, opening day resort. But to that point, the Contemporary is walking a fine line of holding on to history and also getting with the times. And sometimes that can feel like a mishmash of things.
Me too, man.
That's what we call Quincy the contemporary resort of AllEars.net.
I actually think she was voted Swan and Dolphin.
Yeah, by our band that one time.
But I do really like I love Steakhouse 71, which is a great dining location. I think it has the easiest walking path from a resort to a theme park, to Magic Kingdom. Excuse me. I really like the classicness of it all, and I'm curious to see what we all vote. Ready? Here we go. And 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
We're landing in the same realm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. This is a lot less contentious than the restaurants.
Yeah. The restaurants are passionate. This is obviously not as passionate.
Yeah.
Does anyone feel passion for their discussion?
I do. I mean, this is one of my favorites, so I can talk about it a bit. Contemporary has always been a favorite of mine. I didn't stay there a lot as a kid because it is in the box of prohibitively expensive. But it was my favorite hotel to visit. We would always visit the Contemporary because we loved the monorail going through the building. And then it's also got like awesome dining. Even though I don't recommend Chef Mickey's as a great character restaurant, it's extremely popular as a character restaurant. Then you've got Steakhouse 71, which we all love. California Grill, which longtime favorite of mine, great lounge.
But also shout out to Outer Rim. There's a lot to it. I actually really love the pool area for the Contemporary. Has not been updated the way a lot of the rest of the hotel has, and it feels like you're stepping into like max the 90s, if not earlier. So it's got a really fun vibe, and then lots of activities here because it's a deluxe. Bay Lake Tower is a whole DVC tower added to it. This would be an S for me if we could ignore the price, and also if they had done a different retheme for the rooms. That's my biggest thing.
Yes, these got an Incredibles room makeover. I've stayed in these rooms. These are really nice rooms. The room layout is really nice. A lot of these rooms have actual theme park views of Magic Kingdom, which is unbelievable. There's a whole wing of the hotel called the Garden Wing, which is cheaper and right on the water, which is beautiful. And actually, I like the Incredibles theme. I would love the Incredibles theme if it were at Art of Animation. I would think it was wonderfully done. But because I'm paying such an exorbitant luxury rate to be in this hotel, and then I get into these rooms that feel a little bit like they're a page on a Pottery Barn team catalog, there's a disconnect. Despite me loving Contemporary, loving the Incredibles, the theme feels like it cheapens the experience that is so expensive, which is those two, the price itself and then the price paired with the Incredibles rooms. I always just think the redo they did to the bottom of the hotel where they did the 70s theme with all the concept art and the beautiful like 1970s retro Mary Blair everywhere. Why didn't they do that to the rooms? And I just think that every time I'm in there and I see Mrs. Incredible on the wall. And so that's why it's an A and not an S for me. I also could get behind a B because both those reasons I feel out. I understand why you would go that way.
Y'all remember when we used to go to rooms to go as kids?
Yeah, all together.
Anybody?
The four of us after school.
Yeah.
All four of us after school. I cannot tell you how on board I am with the teen catalog conversation. Is that like I was like, oh, it was a Contemporary, it had such a good thing going, and I know they had to refurb the room, but I think the Incredibles, while cute, is a real miss for that.
If you took those rooms out of the Contemporary, I love them. It's just because they are so expensive and it feels silly.
Yeah,
like it's like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
It cheapens it. It cheapens the resort.
Yeah. So do we think? So Sage, you went B, I went A, and then you guys went A B. So
We're like straight
It's
down
a
the
straight
middle.
middle split.
Okay, so do we?
But
Where?
she
What
said she could
parking
go down
lot
the
do we
B.
meet?
I did say I'd be okay with a B. But I kind of get the feeling that Sage would be okay with an A.
I was gonna bite my tongue because I was about to say I think it should be A.
Okay, great. A it is. If
Yeah.
it's one of those things where if one person feels more passionately than the other, then let's go with them.
Yeah.
So let's rock A.
All right. Boardwalk.
The Boardwalk is one of Disney's Epcot resorts. It is themed to a classic boardwalk style. It does have partially a DVC section of the resort, but it also got a major retheme over the last few years. It's kind of still going through a bit of its find itself era when it comes to restaurants. They recently opened the Cake Bake Shop. The Flying Fish is still there. The Boardwalk Deli became the Boardwalk Bakery, and they've actually had a few closures recently with Jelly Rolls kind of packing up and hitting the road. But this is also a fan favorite for a lot of reasons, and I'm really excited to kind of see where we all land.
Don't worry. Jelly Rolls is set to return. We just don't know when or where. And also, don't worry. Atlantic Dance Hall is still there. I know everyone was
good.
thinking about that.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
3 yeses.
So yeah, it's gonna pull it into S. This is a prohibitively expensive one, which is why I thought A, but in a way that I'm less mad about, because it's literally, I think this hotel is the best location in Disney World. Walkable to both parks. It is on the Boardwalk, which is a shopping entertainment district. And also they've made some seriously good changes to this hotel. It used to be much lower rated for me. The rooms really were disappointing, and they've updated them. They got rid of the scary clown slide. Anyone else have anything to say about it in particular?
I also think the updated rooms were not just DVC rooms, which apparently we all four feel very passionately about. I know I do, so I appreciate that. I also think the dining, I know that Cake Bake is expensive. I'm also a huge fan of it. Flying Fish flies under the radar. I think the bakery is such a fun, like, grab and go. I wouldn't go out of my way for it, but I really love it. And Carousel Coffee, I think, has some good.
Oh, I
exciting
forgot about
things.
Carousel Coffee.
Yeah, I'm a
Of
big
course,
fan.
Abracadabra we love.
Oh, true.
And Atlantic
Love
Dance Hall.
Abracadabra.
There's so much
Yes.
there's so much we're forgetting about how much there is.
Yeah.
So I think
Literally, there's literally so much. It's like the second biggest shopping and dining area to Disney Springs. It's like the only two. That's what Disney lists as their shopping and dining areas, is Disney Springs and the Boardwalk. Yeah.
And nighttime entertainment. Live entertainment, which we think is important.
We do. And a corn dog stand.
And the corn dog
corn
stand.
dog stand, which I
And
love.
Margarita Joe's or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I also think the Boardwalk, it feels Disney, but it also doesn't feel Disney at the same time. Like if you're sitting there just having a relaxing morning at the Boardwalk, you don't feel like you're in Disney World. You feel like you're somewhere else.
So true.
So you can get a little bit of everything that you want. It has everything. I have my one specific, my couch at the Boardwalk that I like to sit at every single time I go to Disney World. And it's in my own hidden little space, and that is where I go. Every single time I'm about to leave Disney World and I want to just soak it all in, I go to the Boardwalk.
I put it in
Well,
S.
this sounds like an S, y'all.
Yeah.
This sounds like an S.
Mostly because I'm scared the nanny chairs are going to come after us if we don't.
Well, that's what pushes it to
With their
S.
little feet. All right. Same area. I think we can do this one pretty quick, but maybe, I don't know. Yacht Club.
So Yacht Club is the resort right next to Beach Club. A lot of people, it's called the Yacht and Beach Club Resort. People really group them as a whole, but they are two separate. It's the one that's a little bit farther away from Epcot. It's again in a great location. It's got the same pool, Stormalong Bay. It also has Yachtsman Steakhouse and Cruise Cup Lounge, so more great dining options. But I mean, for the most part, it's pretty similar to the Beach Club. So, we ready? 1, 2, 3.
Cool.
I thought about holding up
Perfect.
a D just for fun.
All right. Next up, we have Art of Animation. Art of Animation is a pretty interesting, pretty famous Disney resort. It is probably the most Disney resort. Over the top, larger than life theming. Different areas of the hotel themed to different Disney movies. There are Little Mermaid rooms, and then the rest of the hotel is family suites that sleep 6, themed to Cars, Finding Nemo, and The Lion King. Lots of Disney characters all around. It is a value resort that is on the Skyliner route, shares a Skyliner station with Pop Century, so great transportation too. So, without further ado, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh, wow.
Bryce said I can't agree with him.
I cannot agree with that.
I won't do
Absolutely
it.
not.
The only reason I knocked it down is because this is I would say, Art of Animation, the most Disney shoved down your throat resort kind of way. I mean, there's Disney around every corner. Every room is themed to Disney. There are giant, and I don't mean like, oh wow, cute little hint, like subtle touches. No. This is like, hey, remember we're Disney. So that is not always. I get overstimulated by that, and that's not always like a relaxing feeling, especially when you are headed back to your resort after a long day at the parks and things like that. But I will say the reason it's up there is for the kiddos. It is a great family destination. They'll love taking pictures with the things, with the big sculptures. They'll love playing in the little themed playground areas. I get it.
And Skyliner.
And Skyliner, of course, yeah. I will caution, because these are bigger, cheaper rooms, the furnishings are less nice than you might expect. You can like really easily move furniture around. It's light. It doesn't feel very quality. And I know a lot of people say that's a surprise. It is because these rooms are, and I say cheap, they are not cheap by room standards. They're cheap by Disney standards for a room this large. But yeah, put it in A. Right across the water, Pop Century Resort.
Pop Century Resort is essentially Art of Animation, except across the way and themed differently to different decades. So throughout each little area of the resort, you'll see like the 90s and the 80s and the 70s, and it's very themed to...
no family suites at this one, though. It's not...
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. No family suites.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Okay. So... B, probably.
B.
Emma, why were you on the fence?
Yeah.
I really love the location. The Skyliner is the only reason I gave it a B, because that is just such a nice perk and I love having access to it. I think the theming is fun but forgettable, to be honest. There's a lack of food options, and even though I love a tie-dye cheesecake, it's not necessarily going out of your way for. It's more fun that it's at your resort. So I think it just lacks theming and food, whereas I feel like at least Art of Animation has like really fun theming in the family suites.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's our show.
Everyone toss your cards.
I'm looking at the rate. I'm looking at our B and C category, because the only other thing in B right now is All-Star Music. And our C's are Caribbean Beach, All-Star Sports, All-Star Movies, and Saratoga Springs. And I think I feel good about this. I feel like Caribbean Beach people might question us on, but if you've had the furthest room from the lobby at Caribbean Beach, maybe you wouldn't question us on it. I have, by the way, and it was brutal.
Yeah. I've also carried my bags up those stairs and hated every second of it.
Coronado Springs.
Coronado Springs, I'm really eager to see how we all vote on this one. This one is near Animal Kingdom and Blizzard Beach, kind of that resort area. It is famous for the Gran Destino Tower, which was a recent addition over the last few years, or I guess recent update, I should say. This is also one that you're going to see a lot of conventions at. You're going to find food like Three Bridges here, Toledo's, Dahlia Lounge.
It's most of the resort is Mexico. Gran Destino Tower is themed to Spain, and actually specifically Walt's relationship with Salvador Dali, which is why it's so warpy in the architecture.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay. That puts us right on A, because the S and the B cancel out in Emma and Fry. I can probably say what we all think about this hotel. Before Gran Destino Tower was built, it would have been lower. The rooms aren't bad in the like smaller buildings around, but Gran Destino Tower really pulls this up. Gran Destino Tower feels like a deluxe hotel at a moderate price. It is totally awesome. Other great things about this hotel, I think it has more dining than any other hotel. There's a lot to explore here. And then the pool is a favorite for many. It has a really incredible slide at the pool. So it is just a very like popular hotel for aspects both in the tower and out of the tower. But the tower really has elevated it both through all of the dining additions, how nice the rooms are, which they are really nice because they were geared towards these convention crowds and like business adults, you know.
I also will say that I have noticed that they change out a lot of the food options in the food court because of the conventions. So different people coming, they will change what's in the food court to like just kind of
That's
experiment. Cool. And like one time they had ramen bar, and that's not always there. So like they'll
That's
switch it
awesome.
out sometimes for the conventions because it's mostly adults eating there.
I also just want to say that this was the other one I was going to put in my S category, but then you said that both resorts, not just the tower, was included, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't do that. So I had to go back to under an A.
The
It is
challenge here
brutal
too.
if you get a room far away in the
Yeah,
convention.
and you do book specifically to get one or the other, but there's it's a pretty large internal bus loop here, and then the only way to get around is via bus to get around Disney World from here. So that, for me, is the big knockdown, is the transportation is pretty much it. Otherwise, I think this is an awesome hotel. Animal Kingdom Lodge, Fry.
Animal Kingdom Lodge is, you guess it, pretty close to Animal Kingdom. It is almost like you are at Animal Kingdom theme park, but it's at your hotel. There's a whole savannah with real animals that are there all the time. This resort also has a lot of great dining options. People love it. You can get a savannah room where you walk out onto your balcony and see the giraffes like right outside your window. So it is very much a bucket list resort for a lot of people. Some people will say it's a little bit out of the way just because it's over by Animal Kingdom. But overall, a great resort. It's very beautiful. It's got a lot of African architecture or artifacts and just great food all around. So I'm excited to see what we think. 1,
3,
2,
2,
3.
1.
Okay.
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 The only reason
that
I think we
lands
should
A.
sling A is because it's only bus transportation and it's far. Takes a long time to get to and from this hotel to anywhere.
That was my thought.
Otherwise, cheapest deluxe, amazing amenities, incredible food. It's very close to an S, but I think with that, how hard the transportation is. A. We agree?
I agree.
Fine.
All right, I want to do a double feature here, talking about the two Port Orleanses. So Port Orleans, there are two Port Orleans hotels. They are both themed to generally the South, Port Orleans, New Orleans. One hotel, Port Orleans Riverside, is more themed to like more of the countryside. There's like a more of a vibe of like half of the resort is the bayou, the other half is sort of like southern mansions. They've got princess rooms at this hotel that you can book. Both of these hotels are in the Disney Springs area. They are accessible to everywhere in Disney by bus except Disney Springs, where you can take a boat. And then Port Orleans French Quarter, smaller little sister of Port Orleans Riverside, has a New Orleans Mardi Gras theme, beignets, a jazz lounge. Both of these resorts have really great pools. And these are AllEars audience favorites. These are consistently ranked extremely high by our audience. Not to let that influence you guys' ranking. But so let's start with let's hold up Port Orleans Riverside first. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Okay, I think B. I think I was being influenced by the thing I said not to be influenced by, because I thought that
I
C would be
almost
too
voted
low.
D.
Really?
And then you said that, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
crazy.
like this is a very popular hotel because it's just, I think, a favorite tradition for many. I've also now stayed, and there's actually a new tour of this hotel coming to the channel soon, because I've now stayed in an Alligator Bayou room. So I've stayed in all the room types except the newly refurbished rooms here that are on Magnolia Bend side, and they're pretty good. It's a moderate hotel with a moderate experience. Let's talk French Quarter. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I knew Emma was gonna go A.
Yeah.
I think it pulls B. The big thing that drags this one up, I think, is the beignets. Is that
Yes.
and the jazz club, the live music.
Right.
Which you don't have to stay there to go to that.
And also the vibes, like the architecture of it all. The vibes is super fun and silly and
The
great.
rooms
but
are on they have street names. Like it looks like you're walking around New Orleans. All right,
fun.
I'm gonna say this. We just put them both at B. Does that pull French Quarter to A?
I don't
I'm
think
I
it
don't really
does.
care.
The only reason I think it might is because French Quarter does not have internal bus stops. It is a much smaller hotel. The pool is less crowded, and there's no internal bus stops, but it has access to all the amenities that are the same at Port Orleans Riverside. So I would be down to pull it up to A.
That is my main argument. Is I think all the best things about the French Quarters are only at Port Orleans are only at French
Only at
Quarter.
French Quarter. I'm pulling it up to A.
Fine. I also think that I don't care about internal bus loops like the rest of you do. Because you say
I think
internal
it's-
bus loop, I'm like, whatever.
Well,
I don't-
at the
I
end of
Fry,
the
I think we
night-
just got bullied, Fry. I think that's what just
we
happened.
did. Yeah.
I think she
A
just
lot-
likes me best. At the end of the night, though, I think that is when your hotel matters the most. And it's not when you're getting into bed. It is when you're trying to get from a very long park day back to your room. And I think French Quarter has the best of the best
that
there. Because even if you
experience.
have the furthest room, it's still not that far.
Next up, Old Key West.
Hey, listen, Old Key West, right? They got it's very themed to like South Florida. A lot of pink buildings. It's pretty big. Let's vote.
Pretty heavily DVC. This one has a lot
Pretty
of
heavily DVC.
Yeah, this one has a lot of loyal returning folks. Sorry to you guys in advance.
Yeah.
Dole Whip.
And
Key lime
they
Dole
do
Whip.
have Key Lime Dole Whip, and they do have Olivia's Cafe, which is a very popular restaurant. The fried chicken there.
It feels like the Villages. Like it feels like like kind of like with nothing against it, but like a retirement community in a sense.
Yeah.
That's the vibe that I get from it.
The DVC rooms here, there's mostly DVC rooms. There are non-DVC options. There's a lot of suite multi-bedroom options, so bigger parties. I've also done the family stay here that I said at Saratoga, so that's the vibes.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so it's gonna pull down to D. I had the worst Disney hotel room I've ever had at Old Key West. They have not had adjustments to them. It was a regular studio room, and it looked like it had been poorly. A different kind of room had been split in two, this is literally what happened. And then they had poorly designed the room to make that work, and it was really dark, and all of the furnishings seemed like they were ancient. And then also the resort is huge. It's on a golf course.
Oh, Old Key West, another place I've gotten lost.
We've gotten lost there.
What resort have we not gotten lost in?
I was about to say, they're all in D if we've gotten lost there.
All right, next up, Emma, Riviera Resort, please.
Riviera Resort, if you have watched AllEars at all, you have probably seen us at Disney's Riviera Resort. This is one that is themed to kind of a European style, and it's really inspired by Walt Disney's travels with his wife throughout Europe. And you can see that through a lot of the decor and a lot of the photos that they have on the wall, because it's literally Walt Disney throughout Europe with his wife. We really love this one. It has some incredible dining like Topolino's Terrace. We're big fans of Le Petit Cafe. It has a Skyliner, and it also has a pretty fun pool. Also, Bar Riva. We're big fans of Bar Riva. This is also mainly DVC. It's almost
It's all
entirely
DVC. The whole
it's
hotel is a DVC
DVC
hotel.
resort, which I think we all have very particular feelings about, but I want to see how we all vote. So
It's one final caveat to help is that it is one of the most expensive hotels. Also features some of the smallest rooms on Disney property, with these Sleeps 2 tower suites here.
1, 2, 3.
I know I'm crazy.
Whoa!
I know
Okay.
I'm crazy.
The S is
Yeah.
crazy.
The S is crazy.
S is crazy.
So
it's so tiny.
We love it. I get it, but it's crazy.
Fry and Emma average out to be an A. What did you say, Sage?
He said B.
I said B.
Oh no. The amenities at this hotel are so good.
Yes.
The rooms are beautiful. It is so expensive. I
So
think.
bad.
So here's the question we have to ask. We have put hotels like Grand Floridian that are in that category of we love the hotel, but it's so expensive. Those have been an A. However, we have also knocked hotels down an entire category for being DVC exclusionary. So
Okay, but
I-
you said earlier it's based on our personality and opinions, so like it doesn't
It's
have to be the
just
same
true.
across the board.
We
It
just have
doesn't.
to
I'm
land-
just trying
we
to
have to
help
have
us
a
make the
final
decision.
one.
We have to average.
Yeah,
so
I
but
do think-
I think because of the lack of space as well, and like yes, it has great amenities, but it's so small, and there's a lot of inaccessibility to it. That's why I would knock it down.
I don't feel passion. I'm okay with A or B. I think Sage feels passion towards B and Fry feels passion towards A. That's what I'm feeling in this space right now.
I agree.
And Emma, I feel like you're with me.
I think maybe it's time for a coin toss.
All right. Here, I got one right here.
I don't.
There was no point.
B. It's B.
Stop. Hey Siri,
All right.
flip a coin.
Heads is A,
Heads.
tails is B. Okay.
It's okay. It was tails.
And Sage called heads.
So it's A.
A. All right. Our final one. This is a big one, actually, because it is Wilderness Lodge. Fry, if you want to spiel.
Wilderness Lodge is in the Magic Kingdom Resort area, but it is not on the monorail. It's a little bit farther out. You do take a boat to get there across the lake, but you can still see Magic Kingdom. It's very beautifully themed to the wilderness, the Pacific Northwest. The lobby is one of, I think, the most beautiful in Disney World. It's very pretty. It's got great dining options as well, a nice big pool. You've got character dining over at Storybook. You've got Geyser Point, which is like the pool bar. You've got a DVC area of the hotel, of course. It is deluxe, but it does feel very nice. It's one of those that you might not feel like you're in Disney World again, just because the theming is so elaborate and beautiful.
It's the second least expensive deluxe. This and Animal Kingdom Lodge are often kind of wavering at that low point of the deluxe resorts.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Whoa.
B?
A B is crazy, brother.
Why B? He's gonna be like,
And
it's because
that-
it's themed to the outdoors. And
I
I'm
hate
not
outdoor
outdoors.
things. There's so many axles there.
It makes me think about bugs in a way that I don't like.
Honestly, we're just coming down to preference. I think it's a beautiful resort. I just don't have a lot of emotional ties to it. I think it's kind of, it is outdoorsy, so it's not something I would necessarily be drawn to. I also don't love Whispering Canyon. That I don't like. If I'm gonna eat my food, don't yell at me. Just like let me eat my food, which is also why I don't like Primetime Cafe. But it is beautiful. I know they've got. All right, I'll bump it up. Since I'm being peer pressured, I'll bump it up to
We
an A.
didn't say
We
anything.
didn't even say anything.
No.
No, your looks are enough.
Okay, did somebody else put an S up?
I did.
Okay, did you have an S and an A or just an S?
I
I
just
just put up S.
I just had A.
What pulls it out of S for you, Fry?
I don't really know. Like, it's just not one. It's great, but it's never going to be like Boardwalk level to me. So I'm just going to knock it down 1. That doesn't really have any oomph behind it, but that's why.
So it's okay. This is kind of hard. Let's flip a coin on it. With my metric for ranking hotels, if you watch my video, I've stayed in every single Disney hotel, and these are the best. I did rank this as the number one deluxe hotel, which personally, that's probably true for me, but it was actually more down to the fact that this is the most value for money hotel, which is why I do pull it up to the S. But I understand the A sentiment, so I think we flip a coin.
Okay.
Emma, take it
Hey
away.
Siri, flip a coin.
Sage, call it.
Heads is S.
Heads.
All right.
There it is.
There you go.
We've done it. This is our hotel ranking. We're all still alive. We haven't fought to the death, and that's why we filmed this show not in the same room. Because otherwise, you never know what could happen. But if you guys agree with us, let us know. If you disagree, if you think we got something wildly wrong, let us know in the comments, especially because somebody reading the comments could be picking out their hotel and your opinion could be helping them. If you're still here, please like this video and drop this secret code in the comments so we know you made it all the way. And don't forget to subscribe. We upload tips, arguments, games, and more from Disney World and beyond all week because we are serious about fun. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye!
Are we starting?
Yeah.